Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into this really amusing collection of planet jokes. It's like an intergalactic comedy club where every joke is a pun waiting to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, who would have thought that our solar system could be so downright hilarious? These jokes, they sprinkle humor from the crater of Mercury to um, the rings of Saturn.
Exactly. Right. These jokes really take us on an orbit of laughter. They start off, for example, with that classic moon joke. When is the moon out of money? When it goes down to its last quarter. It's simple, yet it kind of lands perfectly with a cosmic sense of humor.
Mm-hmm. Neat indeed. Totally. And what's fun is how the collection doesn't just stop at a few puns. It's packed with 100 variations. Like, there's one that goes, "What did Earth say to the other planets?" And, "Oh boy, you know the punchline? You guys have no life." That one really tickles you in that delightfully sarcastic way.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate roast of the cosmos. And then there's the interplanetary play on words. Take the one about Mickey Mouse going to outer space to find Pluto, or when they ask, "How do you throw a party in space?" And the answer is, "You planet." It's like they took a mundane pun and literally launched it into
Right
orbit.
on. It's funny how the setup and punchline are so meticulously crafted. You know, what really stands out is the blend of wordplay with astronomy not only makes you think, but also makes you giggle at the same time. And I mean, there are even puns on the physical attributes of planets. Saturn, for instance, is noted for its rings as both a sign of wealth and style. Which planet is the richest? Saturn, because it has many rings. It's like combining humor with a little bit of planetary
True.
science.
Absolutely. And then we get into more playful territory with jokes like, what does an astronaut call his ex from space? SpaceX. I mean, come on. That's clever enough to get even someone who's never studied astrophysics laughing.
Yeah, it's like they call out modern pop culture and space exploration all at once. I've noticed the list also pokes fun at the physical conditions of each planet. For Mercury, we have, why did Mercury skip classes one day? Because he had a very high temperature. It's a humorous personification of a planet with extreme conditions, almost as if Mercury is a teenager too hot to handle.
And it really plays on real facts about Mercury's blistering environment. Right, and there are jokes that cleverly use multiple meanings like, what's an astronaut's favorite key on the keyboard? The space bar. It's a pun that's almost as vast as space itself, combining everyday objects with a dash of, yeah, cosmic humor.
Oh, totally. It's that kind of humor you can share with both science fans and people just looking to chuckle. And it doesn't end there, does it? Some jokes are as much about wordplay as they are about cultural references. One that really caught my ear was, which artist is most popular among the planets? Bruno Mars. I mean, I get it. The pun
It
is out
crosses
there,
genres from
but
music
it's
to
also a
space
cool
lore,
nod to
making
music.
the humor even more layered. True. And speaking of layers, there's also this clever quip. What do you call a comet wrapped in bacon? A meteor. It's like the joke is saying, hey, why not mix a little culinary humor with cosmic puns? It makes you smile and think, this is creatively out of this world.
Exactly. It's a pizza, a recipe for humor that spans galaxies. I also appreciate how the collection touches on everyday language by twisting common phrases. How does Jupiter hold up its pants? With an asteroid belt. It gently mocks the idea of using everyday items and replacing them with something scientifically stellar.
Yeah, it's a pun that's as inventive as it is unexpected. But here's where I have a slight critique. Some jokes feel a bit repetitive in their structure. A lot of them follow a similar setup and punchline pattern. While that constancy adds to the charm, it might also, sometimes lack that extra twist which could elevate the joke even further.
I see what you mean, but perhaps it's that very repetition that makes it accessible and easy to share amongst family gatherings, right? And it does have that wholesome appeal, especially for family settings. It's amazing how the article also branches out into other pun territories, like moon jokes and sun jokes. For the moon, there's, how did the moon react to the present it got? It was over the moon. And for the sun, why didn't the sun go to college? Because it already had 1,000,000 degrees. It's playful enough for kids and clever enough for
Absolutely,
adults.
it bridges age gaps perfectly. And the variety is just stunning. Not only does it cover solar system bodies, but it even ventures into aliens and outer space culture with jokes like, what do you call an alien with 3 eyes? And alai ayan. It emphasizes that comedy can be as diverse as the universe itself. A constant mix of science and silliness.
Yeah, it throws in that extra letter just to mirror the out-of-this-world vibe. Exactly. And we get into revolution and rebellion with jokes like, how can you tell the planets were angry at the sun? They started a revolution. It's a subtle reminder that even in humor, there's a nod to scientific phenomena, like planetary motion, in a very fun
It's
way.
like science meets stand-up comedy. Right. And then there's the clever interplay of language that pokes fun at our everyday life. Like, why did the astronaut bring his dog to space? To visit the Milky Way. It's almost as if the joke is bridging the gap between our earthbound lives and the vastness of space.
Yeah, it's a neat connection between the cosmic scale and familiar, even mundane scenarios. What I especially enjoy is that the humor here is lighthearted, but also educational in a way. You learn a little about each planet while laughing at the puns. Like how an asteroid belt is humorously used as a makeshift belt to keep up pants. It subtly nudges you towards thinking about the real attributes of Jupiter while making you laugh.
Absolutely. It's a clever mix of fun and learning without being preachy about it. And then it flips to even more unique humor. What did Mars say to Saturn? Give me a ring sometimes. It's simple, but the humor works because it's a play on words that resonates easily with anyone who's ever wondered about our planetary neighbors.
Yeah, it's like the perfect blend of affection and cheeky banter among celestial bodies. Now, let's not overlook the subtle meta-commentary that runs through the collection. There's a self-aware tone in some of the jokes where they almost wink at the audience. They're not just about wordplay, but also a commentary on how we view space as this vast expanse that somehow, silly as it sounds, can be described with everyday humor.
Like saying space is not just a place for scientists, but a location for punchlines. Exactly, and I think that's the beauty of this content. It unites people over the shared joy of humor that, is as expansive as the universe itself, filled with quirky puns and unexpected twists. It's, almost like each joke is a tiny star contributing to a much larger comedic
Indeed, every
galaxy.
pun is like a little spark that lights up the dark cosmic void. Speaking of sparks, some jokes involve a bit of modern culture too, like the one referencing SpaceX. What does an astronaut call his ex from space? SpaceX. It's modern, it's tech-savvy, and it bridges the gap between vintage joke styles and today's innovation.
It's a nod to the way contemporary developments seep into our humor seamlessly. And let's talk about that one where the irony is just, well, it's out of this world. Why did the star get arrested? It was a shooting star. It paints this hilarious picture where even cosmic phenomena have a run-in with the law.
Yeah, it's an absurd yet playful take that makes you chuckle because it's so unexpected. I also love how these puns, while quirky, maintain their integrity by often playing off factual elements. For instance, how do aliens get their dinner? On flying saucers? Simple, yes, but effective because it relies on the familiar trope of alien abductions, only to twist it into something delightfully mundane.
The contrast between the bizarre and the everyday is what gives these jokes their charm. True, and there's that joke about, why did the cow go into space? So he could land on the moon. It's repetitive in its humor structure, but it never fails to amuse by combining farmyard silliness with space exploration.
Yes, it's that kind of layering, simple wordplay on top of a familiar scenario that really resonates. Now, sometimes I wonder if maybe there's a point where these puns might be too consistent in style. Don't you think mixing in a few different types of jokes might have, spiced things up further?
I see your point, but I'd say that the charm lies in their consistency. It creates a kind of familiar, comfortable rhythm, like a cosmic drumbeat that carries the listener from one joke to the next. Yeah, that's a good perspective. It's like every joke is a planetary orbit in that same comedy system. And each orbit, whether it's about jokes involving Earth's one moon or Mercury's high temperatures, adds to the overall structure of the humor constellation.
Exactly. Each joke is almost like its own mini story in this solar system of puns. And what's really fun is how these jokes make even the mundane aspects of space sound fun. How do planets buy their coffee? With Starbucks. It's a clear nod to both space and our everyday coffee culture.
Absolutely. It transforms a familiar brand into something cosmically amusing. I love that it appeals to a wide range of audiences. Kids can laugh at the simplicity, while adults appreciate the clever wordplay and cultural references. It's inclusive in a way that keeps families engaged, especially when, you're at a family day out or a casual get-together.
Right on. It's perfect material for both an icebreaker and a primetime conversation starter at dinner. Also, it's interesting how the collection isn't just a list. It's part of a larger family of content hosted by Little Day Out. They've got these amazing sections on parenting, family events, and kid-friendly activities, which shows that humor intertwines with lifestyle content these days.
Definitely, it's like humor is the universal glue in content these days, keeping everything light and relatable. Exactly. And if nothing else, these jokes remind us that even in a universe of billions of planets and astronomical phenomena, there's still plenty of room for a good laugh. Humor is timeless, and these planet puns are no exception.
They bring a little brightness to even the darkest corners of space, figuratively speaking, of course. So, whether you're a budding astronomer, just love a good pun, or are looking for something fun to share with your family, this satirical voyage through our solar system is definitely a treat.
It's like a roadmap to a universe filled with laughter, each joke a landmark on a cosmic journey. And that's what makes these collections so refreshing. They aren't trying too hard to be something they're not. They're just, pure, unadulterated fun. Even when the humor might be a bit repetitive, the sheer creativity in combining science, wordplay, and everyday life stands out.
Yeah, sometimes even the simplest punchline is the one that orbits around our hearts the longest. Before we wrap up, I just want to say that while some might find the humor a tad too consistent, it's the reliable nature of these puns that makes them endearing. It allows us to predict, in a way, where the joke might land. And that expectation often sets the stage for, an even greater punchline.
It's the comfort in repetition that makes the unexpected moments, those subtle twists, all the more delightful. In the end, whether you're laughing at the notion of an astronaut apologizing to Earth with "they apologize," or chuckling at the idea of Mercury skipping classes because of high temperatures, there's clearly a universe of wit waiting to be
It's
explored.
a reminder that humor, much like the cosmos, has infinite possibilities. I'd say that wraps up our journey through these 100 funny planet jokes. Remember, it's not just about the puns, but the sheer fun of connecting with a subject that's as vast as space itself.
Humor truly is the light that guides us through the dark matter of everyday life. Thanks for joining me on this out-of-this-world ride. Until next time, keep your laughter orbiting and your spirits high, like a comet blazing through the night sky.
Yeah, keep laughing and keep exploring, because sometimes the best journeys begin with a simple pun.